I don't
I
know.
have no patience these days. We're in a TikTok times. Okay. This is a I guess I've been on a self-imposed hiatus. I'm back.
All
And
right, I like
no better
that.
time to be back, I think, than with a Bon Jovi fan friend of mine,
Sounds great.
Jessica
Well,
Petraccione.
happy to be here, Evan. It's good to see you.
I guess I was looking at your Facebook about info. I guess we met, was it back in instant messenger times?
Oh God, I don't even know if that was out then. I think it was just Bon Jovi fan club
Fan
board
club trips and stuff.
and all that stuff. Back
But you
moment.
still
Yeah.
go. So
Yep,
that's
I do do. Yep, I'm still around. I still do the runaway tour trips now. As often as I can, and when it makes sense. So
I lived through you. That's okay. I'm gonna get on one of these.
they're a good time. They're a good time. You see some familiar faces, and
Yeah.
see some pretty cool new people too. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And so like when did you then get into to Jovi then?
Oh God, I was 10 years old. Day one, I was fortunate. I had a godmother who loved to spoil me, and I was with her a lot on the weekends. And music was MTV, and all that stuff was starting, and I just was really into music. And she was great and let me watch and listen, and do things that probably little girls that just got a Cabbage Patch a year ago, shouldn't be
Nice.
doing, right.
And
So the
what
beginning.
was the album for you then? When we or do you even remember, or is it just like songs?
When the album first came out, I mean, I remember, the videos and, the music coming out. Um, She Don't Know Me was actually my first off of the Bon Jovi album. That was, I loved
Wow.
Runaway, but that one for some reason, I don't know if it was the video or whatever, but, it was impressionable and I liked the song, but I know
Yeah.
it's not, necessarily one of the favorites, but, I like that one. Shot Through the Heart was a good song off that album
From
too.
the first album. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're already, yeah. Because we're gonna go through that, and now I know what your first album choices are gonna be. We're gonna go through all the albums today
All right.
because we know them all.
Favorite albums, if that's what you're talking for. That's
Yes, but that was now is the first one your favorite album? I've met Bon Jovi
no.
fans.
Oh God.
No.
I mean, it's the album that made me the fan, I guess.
Yeah.
So you have to appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah.
Without it, I wouldn't necessarily maybe be here. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But favorite albums, I mean,
Or
there's
most significant to you.
for me. I don't know. New Jersey's, I love New Jersey. These days is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but keep the faith album.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of favorites on that one.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
That's probably the first full album I really
yeah, I
sunk
mean,
my teeth into.
it kind of just kept, it just kept evolving as time went on. But those ones were kind of the meat and potatoes of, you
Yep.
know, those
Um,
songs that really, influenced me, I guess.
and now you're in Florida, but like, where are you from? Are you from like the
I'm from New York.
Northeast?
Nope, I'm New York. I'm still in New
Oh,
York.
you're upstate. I think you're from like
Except
Schenectady.
Florida. Originally, yeah, yep, originally
Yeah.
Schenectady. Live in Clifton Park, which is Saratoga. Saratoga
Oh yeah.
area, Saratoga County, New York. So I'm out
Yep.
that way. But yeah, so that's where I am. But we have a place in Florida, so I happen to be here right
Oh,
now.
that's nice. We're in
Um,
Florida.
Orlando, the Orlando area.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I'll fly out of Orlando. Like if I have to, like, just it's cheaper that way.
It really is. I mean, it's a big hub, so you can, that's why I
Yeah.
feel like it's easy to get back and forth.
Yeah.
Get to
It's
the
a
nice
good,
weather. It is nice.
yeah, it's a gross airport, but it's very convenient. I'd say
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, it can be a little hectic and chaotic, but
Yeah.
we can navigate it pretty well at this point. So
Never have to stay in the hotel that's in the Orlando airport. I know there's
oh
like
no,
you walk. That's
oh
good.
no, none of that. Nope.
And then do you get like your Disney time in?
Yeah, do some Disney
Okay.
time here and there.
Okay.
People come into town and
Okay.
do the cat thing and all that.
Nice.
Kind of fun
Oh,
stuff.
so you can like you would host other Jovi friends that come into town?
Well, just friends, just any
Oh, okay.
friends. But yeah, no Joey friends. I've had Joey friends who've come out. But yeah, I've had all sorts of friends.
Right, because I see. I mean, we have so many overlapping Facebook friends. I mean, I've had probably in the early days, my earliest episode that was most downloads was probably with Luca.
Yep. Oh yeah, Luca. No,
Luca
Luca.
over 250 shows in or something.
I miss seeing my friend Luca. I used to usually see him fairly regularly, at least like once every
Right.
year or two, and it's been a little bit. So
Right.
looking forward to hopefully seeing him again soon.
Yes. Yes. So now how do you feel like we're taping this like a day after their 40th anniversary of releasing their first album?
Yeah.
And I was a little late to the party. I got in after their heyday. But like, does it feel like it just went by? Like, I feel like the second half went by, I feel like a lot quicker than the first half. Or
It's a tough question because I feel like, yes, they have been here forever and they've been a big, huge part of my life forever. And just
yeah,
the music, because the music reminds me and takes me back to so many different places throughout time.
right.
But then I blink and it went from 2003, to 2023 and 2024. And
I know.
where did that time go? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like, none of us are getting any older, right?
Right. Right.
But,
Right.
or at least that's what we hope. But
Right.
really we are, and life is going on, and but it's it's I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a mixture of both. It depends on kind of how what you're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And then we're being hit with like a lot of news now. So it's all like starting. We're getting new band news here. I'm going to share. Here's the thing. I don't know if you
oh
saw
God, what
this
now?
today. No, no, no. There was this. This is the documentary
Oh
series.
yes, yep, Hulu. I think it's on Hulu, right?
Hulu's gonna get it.
Yep.
Late April, 4 parts.
Look
Take this,
forward to that.
take that behind the music. I remember watching that one. That was a good. That was a
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Good for the time being for what it was at that time.
they've had a few good ones out
The
there.
When We Were Beautiful. We
Yep,
had that. Yep.
yep.
That was in the theater. Was that in the movie theaters? Or was it a
We were
special
beautiful.
screening?
I think that one
I
was.
think it was a special select screenings.
Yes, I think it
Or
was.
was
It wasn't
it?
like out there for, weeks, but I think it was, special, special
Yeah.
night, one night only or something like that.
Yeah. I guess now I want to go through the albums with you, but before that, I mean, do you have like favorite or embarrassing firsthand encounters with any of the band members?
Oh,
No, I know on the runaway trips you can rub elbows with these people, but
well, I mean, I guess, I don't know if any different, than anywhere else.
every time I've like spoken or been in contact with a band member, I've always made an idiot of myself. But I don't know if you have.
Well, I don't, I'm trying to think because there's been a few encounters. There was an encounter with Richie in
Yeah.
an elevator.
Oh, I had a Rich Elevator story too. Yeah, yeah,
And it was in Chicago. It was in, I want to say Chicago.
yeah,
And I got in the elevator after show, soaking wet, whatever, and just
yeah.
look up and I'm like, holy crap, it's, there's Richie Sambora, right? And I'm like, I just, and I never usually get starstruck and not able to
Right.
speak and whatever. And I was just like, like great show or something, just, nothing,
Right.
just, and it was just, had a few other friends there and we just kind of, it was just not, it was great and, it was memorable, but it wasn't, it was just, I wouldn't say it was embarrassing, but it was just like caught me completely off guard because I just was all disheveled and just, here I am. I'm like, there's Richie. So that was one of the encounters.
Okay,
that,
okay.
Another, it's not necessarily embarrassed. I guess I could be embarrassed.
Well, we're just not embarrassed. Just like, well, wow, it's a normal person I just met.
Normal,
I don't get those, but you probably have them.
I want to say it was for Borgata shows.
Oh yeah, and the Borgata. Yeah, I was at one of those.
A couple of friends and I were at my girlfriend Sherry and I and my other friend Dana. We were at, I think, want to say Harrah's having lunch or whatever.
Right.
Just that the day there was gonna be shows that night.
Right.
And we were sitting there, and the waitress keeps going. She's going, the drummer's here from the band, and she's going on and on and on. So here we're looking around, and we're like, well, where the hell, where's Tico, right? We're like looking for Tico. Also, we look over and it's like David sitting right here, right? So we had no idea who she was talking about.
Yeah.
But like, and we're looking for Tico, and we're like, so we're just not even looking at David, and obviously look like, oh, just, so. Yeah. And that was the day I learned to, have a Sharpie with you, I guess, if you want to have them, because like, hey girls, how are you? Want me to sign something? And we're like,
nice. Nice.
But it was cool. And he just, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
There were great memorable moments where paths have just crossed, and mostly it's randomly, and
that's good.
They're always cool, nice, dudes, and there's a lot of, you wonder, like, geez, do they recognize you? Do they know those kind of things sometimes? And I think sometimes they
might I think if it hasn't been too much time has passed.
Yeah, you had shows and things, and you see a lot of the same faces and such. I think that I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it's like that with like most artists. Like artists have their hardcore base, but you know, like we're a good family. We're a motley crew.
Oh,
No
it's,
pun
yeah,
intended.
we're
Yeah,
an interesting bunch. We're pretty eclectic bunch we got
yeah.
here.
We're from all over the world and everything, and
But
racking up our
they've always been fun encounters.
yeah, yeah.
Very respectful, and they're always been pretty cool. So.
And are you like kind of like waiting for like tour announcements if there's going to be such a thing? Are you like are you getting revved up?
More than usual. I'm always waiting for a tour announcement or hoping announcement. I love it whenever it's happening, and so I'm always excited and hoping that there's going to be one. I am
Yeah.
hoping. I don't know. You're hearing little dribs and drabs. There's going to be a lot of different things, so I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
But are they ready? Are they ready to go yet or not? I don't know.
Do you have like a backup band that's been like trying to hold you over like for live shows if Bon Jovi hasn't been on the road? I guess this is only 2021, but
yeah, no,
yeah.
I have a lot of different bands. I like a lot of music actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very random with what I like. I like some old stuff. I like still like a lot of the '80s hair bands.
Nice.
I like Switchfoot.
Yeah,
the Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And those those are tours you usually see pretty
Yeah.
often. Train. I like did a lot of stuff. Old school stuff. I go see it
Yeah.
all. It's kind
Perfect.
of like it.
Nice. Then so okay, so we're gonna get let's jump into this. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna share only 15 studio albums, so we'll run right through this. I always want to do as we look back.
Here, right?
We're looking back at these 40 years. So here, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna go album by album here. Let me see if I can. And I wanna maybe get like now we already mentioned the first album that these are all their albums. Yep. I think now this is showing. I gotta share this. It's being shared right now? Hold on. Hold on. No, it's how do I want to do this? Because it's a weird orientation. Yeah, kind of like this. It's like I'm trying to here. So here's like
I got you.
so here's
it's
my brand image is getting in the way. Oh well.
I got you.
That's okay. So we're here. And oh my kid wants to say good night to me. Oh, good night.
Hi there.
Hello.
Okay. And that's Kelly. Yeah. And so he goes to bed now at like 6:45 in the evening. Anyway.
All right. I'm sorry, bedtime.
that's fine with me. So here are the tracks. These were the tracks for the first album. You mentioned She Don't Know Me and Runaway.
Yep.
For Runaway, obviously the pop. Okay.
Shot Through the Heart I liked on that.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course it was used later on.
Yeah. So. All right. Okay, good. Let's run then. Let's run 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe said by them to be some of their least favorite work, but still.
I liked it. I thought it was a fun album. I always find there's something like some songs on each one I kind of like for the most part.
Now, favorite song maybe that's well known, or favorite song that's maybe not as well known that we should check out.
Well, no, I would probably say they're not they're well known by us, but I don't know the whole world. Like I like Tokyo Road.
Cool.
I think it's a fun, just kind of got you going song. It was just fun. Silent Night,
Yeah.
Die Hards, we all know that, but it wasn't. I don't know. I think that was that. In and Out of Love is a great song. Obviously that's known. But it was, I liked the album. I thought some of the other songs were fun. But I don't. Again, like they didn't love that one, so it didn't get quite as much attention and love. I don't think.
Right. I was going. Yeah. For me, I liked Price of Love when I was getting into the album. I thought that was.
I thought that was
catchy.
Yep, it is absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, we've got Slippery When Wet next.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one that made it happen. Now, I can tell you, Luca's favorite Bon Jovi song is "Never Say Goodbye."
We all know that one.
Do you have a favorite that may not be part of the big three?
Or it's not Never Say Goodbye, believe it or not. That wouldn't be on my top three, I don't think.
Okay.
But this is a tough one because I like this album very much.
Right.
I would say I Die For You is a huge favorite for me all around.
Oh yeah, fans love that one.
So
Fans love John dying for his fans.
Yeah,
Shows he's all in.
Love it. It's great. No, but it's one of those songs I've just always loved it. So I've had some fun memories with friends at shows with that one.
Yeah.
So it kind of hits home. Without Love, I want to say that was
okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Without Love. I like that. It just kind of a smooth, good tune.
Yeah.
Let It Rock was, Let It Rock. I mean, come on, it's just.
Yeah, I could see what Without Love being played in the background of like 80s movies. I could see it like a card pulls up to like an 80s pub or something, and it's music night. I don't know. Yeah. I obviously living on a prayer, like that's come up many times in many people's lives. So
it's
totally. Yeah.
When I was in one of those video things that they had on the screens there. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Had just memories, but yeah, it's probably, it's just one of those ones you hear so much that.
Okay. Let's run then into that. They didn't take a break. They were shooting John up with steroids. We got him into the New Jersey era. And here was the track list. And this is actually a pretty powerful track listing.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of my favorite songs, Blood on Blood, is here.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic song. I like that they've played that a lot, continued to play that a lot through the years. And
when I kill time during my comedy, I just play the D chord to the G chord, and that's just me starting to play Blood on Blood acoustic, but they don't know that. Anything stands out as like underappreciated. People should check it out if they don't know this album that well.
I mean, I love Wild as the Wind.
Yes.
It's a great song. I've through the years have heard it maybe a handful of times.
Oh wow.
So it's not one that I think that they must love or feel is overly popular as much. That's my opinion. It's one I've just loved and never really got. Stick to Your Guns is great.
Right.
I'll Be There for You is a big one, but that's, I always like that because it just takes me back to a time and a place when I was a kid,
Yeah, people are like to get like hokey with, I mean, like I've seen that used a lot of ways in like funny like pop culture ways. I'll Be There for You. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna run that one. Okay. Now they're back. Keep the Faith. Here we are. So here, now I'll tell you, what do you have from this one?
Shit. I mean, it's Blame It on the Love. I mean, where do you start? Blame It on the Love of Rock and Roll.
Blame It on the Love of Rock. Oh, that was good. That was good during their MTV Unplugged.
I
think they played that.
You've got Faith on this one. You've got Sleep When I'm Dead. I mean, it's got a lot of blockbusters. I don't know. I could name like every one of most of this album.
Everything here.
Most of this album's like a favorite song at a different time and place. A little bit of soul. I mean,
yes.
A little bit of soul. I mean, I'd love to hear that. Like, just
I did a TikTok with my baby son, and he's like, "Yeah, we did like If I Was Your Mother in the background with like filters and stuff." So.
Great song, right? I mean, but it's
it is. That's as hard as it gets. That's as metal as they get.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, I just I'll play it, just round and round and round. I mean, it's just one of those ones that you can. I Want You. I used to love that one. It's just, every song kind of. I just feel like that one, just about everything was worthy. Of
right.
play, so. And
In These Arms is probably the one that hooked me in general. In this over the top teenage boys dedication to whoever it is. You would use that.
It's it's one of my absolute favorites, probably my favorite Jovi, but it's one that it seems to be everybody's a lot of female favorites, I guess.
Yeah, and we have fan friends that have danced with him during Bed of Roses, I believe.
Oh yeah, yep, and that's a great song too.
Yep.
I definitely have been an In These Arms over a Bed of Roses girl.
Right.
But it's a great song. We have quite a few people we know that have been fortunate to have that happen. So.
Yep. And now we have These Days, which might have been. I mean, this has hit me in my formative years. So,
I mean,
what can we go off of here?
I mean, Hey God.
Yeah.
Lie to Me.
Yeah, when you've got like emotional teens listening, like at that, like Something for the Pain, like holy crap.
I mean, the times you think back to when you were listening to that, it's one of those albums. I mean, these days itself, you hear that
Yep.
it's just then you got in those formative years again. You're hard letting you go.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Because how it was used in the movie.
yeah, and
Oh no, I've played. I've played that one when I knew girls didn't like me. I'd always play that song.
it's but yeah, it's hard letting go. But these days, I mean, it's one of those that you just when you hear
Yeah.
that first
I'd,
chord,
I'd look up all the tabs for this one. I'd look up all the chords and how to play all these. Some of these are harder than others. But yeah, these days, probably the one that's most stable for me. But
yeah,
something for the pain, something to believe in, if that's what it takes. Pretty intense.
Every song. I mean, it's there's probably three or four albums like that for me, and
Yeah.
it's definitely one of them where you could
Yeah.
just listen to every one and then say that's a favorite, or
Yep.
oh my god, that's the best one, and
Yep.
this is great. Every time you hear it differently sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, let's hit another one. And then they're back. They went all their separate ways. Solo albums, sculpting, movies, and here we are. They came back.
Let's see. This one's got. I mean, this one had some sparkle and shine here and there. I like but it also had some different, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of every, definitely diverse.
They're kind of coming back, melding in, figuring out who they were again.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, I like Next 100 Years.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the beat.
It let Richie do his thing.
It kind of just just brought me into the song. Brings me to the song every time.
Right.
She's a mystery. It's but it's one of those albums you just I don't know. It came back. It got me back. Got me excited. That they were back and again. And
yeah, I think the vintage one, just older, sounds like the most cinematic, maybe. But yeah, obviously it's my life
for all of us nowadays too.
Sure.
Sure. For the band, for for the fans, for everybody. I think we're
and they realized
our anthem now. Right?
And they were so back that they bounced right back the next year with some 9/11 influence.
Yeah. Hook Me Up was a pretty.
Yeah.
Hook Me Up was on that one.
Like Love Me Back to Life. That was the one that was like super intense for me.
I did like Undivided was I mean, it was definitely a 9/11 type inspiration, but I liked it. I was doing my first like running 5K type thing, and
cool.
It was a pretty good album to kind of get you moving.
Because this was about when I started doing comedy, and like the second song I wrote like started out just like The Distance. So I just kind of like used that for totally completely different content, but still it just some. I mean, also I was a runner, so, and this is when I was going on the fan club trips, so I would play the stuff for them, at the Embassy Suites. I'll do it again.
It's fun. It was such a great time. Those memories of those trips.
I'll do it again, and I just have to also. I had even wrote Jovi stand up, if possible. I just have like bits on. I tried doing it because I did a show at Rider in New Jersey, Rider University, and Michelle and some other band Jovi fans came out. And I tried to do some Jovi jokes for college kids. It wasn't, but still.
They don't
get but we would get it. If I had it, I would send my Google Doc to Matt. I'm like, Matt, read this material. Let me know what you think. I think I could do 5 minutes about Jovi.
Maybe like a little opener gig, right?
Yeah. Well, that's when in the Borgata there was a comedian that went on before the band, and the crowd was not feeling him.
No.
And because he was like, there's a Bon Jovi fan crowd. I saw, even if I only done comedy 2 years probably at that time, I still felt I could have done enough to engage them.
Yeah, I forgot about the comedian now that you say that.
Oh yeah, he was. I don't know who he was, but it makes me wonder.
To one of the shows too, so that might have been part of it. So.
And so now we gotta have a nice day. I think is a stronger. Let's look at these. I liked it. I Am kind of plays the same role as Love Me Back to Life. I like that one. I thought this one was good. Welcome to Wherever You Are, but I guess he said people didn't like it. Maybe they didn't like where they were at the time.
I liked Complicated.
Yes.
I like
Yeah,
Complicated.
I felt like Complicated, Novocaine, Last Cigarette were kind of very similar.
Yeah, they
Story of
were.
My Life, a
I
lot of
will tell you,
similarity.
yeah, Story of My Life I love. But I will tell you the other three, they kind of did, because there were times I would actually get kind of like, shit, which song in the beginning I was like, wait, which song am I listening to here,
Right,
right now? So it was definitely, they sounded similar. But I
right.
like Story of My Life. I thought that was kind of just a really cool um, get going song.
Yeah, and I think obviously this is the album that gave us Who Says You Can't Go Home,
Yeah,
which
they did. Now,
which
which
did,
wasn't one of my favorites, but it was definitely
but
a lot of
it's
people's
good
favorite.
live.
It
It
is good
gets
live. It
everyone
was good.
moving.
Yeah, it was definitely great live.
And then it brought us there. Not a Country is a Country, Not a Country album, Lost Highway.
Yep.
Now, what about this one? What about From Here?
Here, I'm not a country fan, so I've tried, but I am not by any means a country fan. So this one was I had to try to embrace
I
because
guess We Got It Going On is the most uncountry they have.
yes,
But no,
I
that had
love
Big and Rich though. That had some.
it did, but it still was like to me because the words it just was more of a party
Yeah,
rock song.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I could really get behind that song, but
yeah.
whole lot of leaving. I liked it because it's kind of it's
Right.
got that little bit of to it, but it's still kind of an upbeat and fun song. Um, you know, otherwise it was memories on there, but it was just not quite. Didn't quite. I don't know. It wasn't. I
Yeah.
tried to love that album, but it was too country. For
Yep. And then I said actually any other day when I hear it, that actually kind of stands out for me. I just feel like it's typical Jovi sound, driving beats,
Yeah.
pushes forward. But yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's a progression. They're not all the same album.
No,
And
no,
now,
they all get different. It's all a little
yeah,
different.
yeah. And now we're at the circle. And I
Yeah.
actually think this is a really good album.
I liked it. It was different. I thought it
Yes.
just, especially coming off of the Lost Highway, I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't know if any of us really were. But it was a good album. It had Love's the Only Rule, Superman Tonight.
That's probably my favorite
Um,
song of all time.
which
Like
one?
Love's the Only Rule.
It's such a great
Because
song.
and I've seen him do it live. Got to see him do it live, like I think in Anaheim. And he had a good way of like drawing out the call and the call and
Oh, it was
answer with the crowd.
awesome.
Um
I think that one live when he does do the crowd
yeah,
interaction talking about,
yeah.
it was really cool. It was, I when I very first heard the album, I feel like I overlooked the song. Um, and then it was like, the third time in, I was just like, really just like, wow, this song is just, great. And then live, it made me love it more.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think Superman Tonight actually is under it like catches you off guard. Like it just it's not it's because it was a single.
mhm.
And yeah. And then I think he starts to get a little political with the We Weren't Born to Follow, and that's gonna come up in future albums, I think.
Yeah.
This has Luca's least favorite Bon Jovi song on it. Can you guess what it is?
Oh, this one, Work
This
for the
this
Working Man.
that's right.
No. Right? Work for
Yeah.
the Working Man?
Luca does not like Work for the Worker.
I was
I
gonna
think because it
say,
has
what?
like the same living on a prayer riff in it.
Yeah, no, yeah, but no, it's I had a feeling that, but I'm just trying to remember, but yeah. I think I've been sitting next to him at shows
Yeah.
through the years, and he's been like,
And maybe Luca brings a sign saying, please don't play Work for the Working Man.
maybe we need to tell him, look, stop asking for what we want and just maybe
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
or maybe just make suggestions instead of
Luca will
this.
be our fan liaison,
Yeah, there you go.
our
I
fan
like
commission.
it.
Okay, now this is our last Richie album. What about now?
um,
Because we can. This actually has. That's what the water made me is one of my favorite.
I
Actually,
love that
I
song.
would always play that.
I have a few people that look at me like I'm nuts when I say that I like that song. I mean, I really do love it. It's really fun live.
Yeah,
I like it. I saw, I think with Mohegan Sun, I saw them play it
I
for the first
I
time.
watched yeah, they did like a live stream I think in Cleveland or something, and I think I heard that one. I watched
Yeah,
that one over and over.
it's a fun one. Definitely a
Yeah.
fun song. But Pictures of You, I want to say, is I think underrated
Okay.
album.
Okay.
That was a good song. Pretty, pretty
Okay.
familiar song.
Okay.
Otherwise it was, yeah, it was, kind of the same
Okay.
as you.
Yeah, I mean, I actually have a song I wrote. I'm gonna probably release it in a year. It's gonna be based on how "What About Now" sounds,
Oh,
but it's gonna be so different from. It's have nothing to do with "What About It." Yeah, but
all
it's
right.
gonna have the
Well,
same. The verse is gonna have like you'll hear the influence,
I
like
like I like
just.
it.
But anyway, it's already. I already wrote the song. I just have to record it. I'll probably record it next year.
All right.
Uh, Burning Bridges. So this was to get him out of the record deal with his, I guess, his old record company.
Yes, yes, this was
But such hidden
properly
gems.
properly titled, I guess, for
Yes.
that purpose. So, um,
Yeah.
it wasn't their masterpiece of albums,
But I think
but
this is like the hardcore fans. I think hardcore fans like
yeah,
this. Like
you
I
know,
like playing Teardrop to the Sea on guitar. Like I played it when we did
mhm.
me and Michelle and I we did like a vigil for Alec after he died, and
Yep,
we did like got on Zoom and I got to cover that, and yeah,
mhm.
so that was cool. I
um,
think We Don't Run those really good though. That's
yeah.
even though that
And
showed up on the following
Who
album.
You Die For.
Oh yeah.
I like that song. I think that one was a really cool song. I'm Your Man's got a little, that little ooh, kind of like little fun little,
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to say surfer beat, but like a different, it takes you in a little
Sure,
different direction.
different, yeah, different pacing, I think.
So that was kind of cool.
And then the Burning Bridges is kind of like Love for Sale a little bit. It's kind of
Yeah,
like just like
a little bit, but I like
acoustic, like
Love for Sale. I love, I would rate a
yeah,
lot higher, I would say,
right,
than
right.
that.
Yep.
Burning for me,
So they
for
got
me, and
yep.
for
And
my
so they
taste.
got out of this, and then came the big one, the really like the new chapter. And this
Yeah.
was probably in retrospect, this is probably a really good album.
It is,
There's a lot,
it's it's got some good stuff. I think one that's underrated, at least that I underrated it anyway until I saw them when they
mhm.
did. I think it was like 2020. He did one of the concerts they had online. People would be doing different concerts, and he played "I Will Drive You Home." It
Oh
was
yeah,
just John doing it.
right.
And then I kind of went back to the album. It was the
Mhm.
full band. Yeah, and I just went back to the album and I just couldn't stop playing it. So I
Yeah.
didn't appreciate it on that album. Scars on This Guitar, I think is,
Okay.
unique one, different.
Or I like Devils in the Temple. I think
That's also
that
very,
that is
also
very
actually,
specific, and I think it
glad you
and
said that.
Reunion even for what it was, for that's a
Yeah,
good. Those are like two
I can't read your
specifically
little
good written
text.
songs.
I can't see all
What?
your little things. I'm
I
going
can't
off
see.
of trying to memory because I can't
Oh
see your
yeah,
little
yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm doing it so like when we
my
share
boss
this,
is
it'll
up
be
there
like very.
knocking
It's
on
very
my
for
desk.
the TikTok friendly. I could take us to the other orientation, but I just want to. I don't want
Does
to
he think
chance
I
it.
can see these? Because I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
No, that's okay.
That's okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the big thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. New Year's Day, I just think of the U2 song New Year's Day. So that's always hard.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
but it's a good one. I mean, if like when it was live, sometimes it kind of gets you going.
Yeah,
It's not
it
often.
sounds like the movie. It reminds me of the movie New Year's Day, like I think he was in.
He was
When
in
there
a
was
movie.
like
Yeah,
all the
he was. So
interconnecting
I'm
stories,
kind of like, was this? Yeah, maybe did he get
or was
this
it
off of this?
Valentine's Day or Flag Day, whatever the movie was. I don't know. But,
I don't know.
okay, now
Yeah.
so now we get to the last one they had. The last one they put out was 2020, which
Yep.
obviously changed
Yeah.
because
Changed.
of events.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I don't know if you have favorites off of this.
It was not my most favorite
Right.
album. And it was, it wasn't my favorite year. I think it was nobody's
No one's
favorite
favorite. Yeah.
year, favorite
I
time. And,
just
I get the creativity and
mhm.
all of that behind
Right.
some
Right.
of the music that was the gear that they
Right.
were possibly going for, but
Right.
it just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Just the songs. I mean, I know some of them I think were changed as time
I
went
think
on.
Limitless came out, the video came out, and then
Mhm.
everything started. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Story of
Yeah.
Love, though, I think they did a really nice job.
Yeah.
That's one that kind of he dedicated to, John dedicated to family and to
Right.
people you love,
That was
during that
cool.
during that time. So I think that was really pretty, really cool.
Yeah.
Just a time that I want to personally just say put that back there and
My yeah, my favorite tracks might even be like just the B-sides. There's like Love Can and Shine.
Mhm.
These were songs like on the deluxe edition. I just thought they were written as like B-sides. They weren't like radio singles, but I
No.
just
Yeah.
thought those were the most
Yeah.
specific and could really get on them. I just felt like I was listening to the news when I was listening
No.
to this album. I
Yeah.
just didn't
No.
want that.
And I think we were having so much of that news, right? We were just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
out of all of that
yeah,
it was perhaps down the road I might enjoy it more
right.
than I did at that time. But there's a few good ones that came out of it,
Yeah,
out of
just
that
trying to get
album.
our orientation back here.
For me anyway. But I know there's others
Yes.
who enjoyed it more than I did. So um,
But
yeah.
we did run through, we just ran through all the albums. So um so that did work.
Awesome. We
It was
got through.
good.
We got pretty quickly, even with some
We
technical.
gave people a lot. Some people make I know like Jerry does like podcasts where it's like an album each episode. I just wanted to get like, here's hidden jewels and the big ones.
No, and it's fun. It was kind of fun that we had to do a little rapid fire because
Yeah,
it makes the brain think, kind of how to use the brain a little bit and go back and
sure.
try to sneak at my cell phone when I could because I couldn't read your screen.
No, that's okay.
Like, oh God, I
And
haven't read that album in like it's been a little while, so I had to rack my brain a little.
and who are your main like Jovi fan ride or dies that you will usually like travel? I mean, is Joanna
I have,
someone?
well, I have, so I've been very lucky through my Jovi life that I
You have many different
I have
incarnations.
different groups and I have different.
Oh, okay.
Different
Yeah.
groups, but I have a couple. So people you would my soul sisters who you know a bunch of them are like
Right.
Kim, Gazela, Sarah, Sherry, Bev,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
girl Deb, who no longer is with us, unfortunately.
Yeah, my girl dad too. Yes. Shower cap. Yep.
Deb, yeah, shower cat. That was the night. Yeah, that was the night that her and I fell in love with my Debbie. That was the night I was like, I don't know. I didn't know her at the time. We crossed paths, but we never
Yeah.
and I was like, I saw her and I said,
Yeah.
whoever she is, I love her. So
Yeah. I last saw her. I mean, I chatted with her and stuff and left her messages, but I last saw her in like in an LA show. Maybe it was an LA show, like when they did Staples. Yeah.
yeah, but no,
Yep.
it's but yeah, it's yeah, but no, so those girls, and then I have some other girls, kind of the Midwest and
Right.
West
Right.
I have out there. I have Amy and Lynn and Kathy and
Yeah.
Jen and Ann and that crew, and then I got the other Midwest crew, Jen and Mary and
Yep.
Kev and Trisha and it's if I miss it, and Luca, of course my Italian brothers, Luca and Max. I mean, there's those guys, and there's just
Yeah.
so many friends. There's so many. I can keep going on,
And it just comes from going on the trips. Like I think for me, like traveling when I did, I had like my Northeast crew and my Jersey crew, and then the Midwest crew, and
I'm fortunate. I was able to go to some of the where I am in New York. I can get to everywhere in like 3 hours, whether it's Boston, Montreal, different places. So I've kind of Bon Jovi brought me all of these people. These are all people that I would not have known. And they are not just, we don't just go to Bon Jovi together. We travel together. They flew out to me for my birthday this summer.
wow.
It's, so it's like all of them, most of those people, a lot of those people that I named, a lot of the girlfriends did. It's, we've traveled other places. We've celebrated each other. It's friendships. And if it wasn't for this band, we wouldn't have them. And the abilities to go to these shows or these events or these fan club private things that we, some of us are lucky to attend and think it's much more than just the music that they initially put out for us. It's the friendships that they created through their music. It's pretty cool.
And it's also fun, like just, I got into, I don't know if you know the band, like there's Jack's Mannequin, there was something corporate, Andrew McMahon, like I got into his stuff a lot like a year ago, and I got to see in their message board, like how, as hardcore fans, they go beyond just the music. And that's the beauty of the communities that you can form.
It's awesome. Some folks have gotten a little outpriced with the tickets changing through the ticket prices changing dramatically through the years, where they maybe could go to 5-10 shows now. They maybe can go to one if the travel's negotiable. So
have you still made like new groups of friends from going on like the last couple of Runaways, or are you pretty much just hanging with your cruise?
I mean, you always make new friends, right? I mean, and so
Yeah.
there's, that's one of the things about the beauty of Bon Jovi is no matter where you
Yeah.
go, I feel like you have this bond or friendship.
Right.
You know somebody they know, or some sort of uniqueness, right?
Yeah.
But you do meet new people and make new friends. I
Yeah.
mean, last Miami trip, I met this great girl Vanessa, and I never met her
Wow.
before. It was her first trip. She'd never done anything. She'd never even seen Bon
Yeah.
Jovi, right?
Yeah.
She was thrilled, and she was, sweetest girl. Hi, Vanessa. And
Yeah.
she just she's a sweetheart, and I can't wait
Yep.
till the day that I get to, cross paths with her again. And so
Yeah.
there's a lot of different friendships. There's people that I'm not naming, and I probably gonna feel bad later. But
Yeah.
there's a
We're all.
lot of great people
Yeah.
that I've been fortunate that
She's thinking of you.
I am
Yeah.
everybody. I love you all.
Yeah.
But no, it's truly, it's not just the music. It's the friendships.
Mhm.
That's a lot of these songs. Even these memories are about some of these friendships that were made. The history of our, the story of us, the story of all the,
Yeah.
the Bon Jovi people. It's
Right.
just, it's pretty cool. And they do put on great trips. The runaway trips
Yeah.
are awesome. They're memorable. You do get, you get to interact a little bit, and,
Mhm.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're still doing things for us, 40 years later, and I'm happy about it. I know,
Yeah.
like I said to you earlier on, I'm always looking for the tour schedule to come out. Always.
Yes. Nice.
But hopefully
Well,
it comes.
we're waiting. It sounds like it's the season.
Hopefully it comes.
So we're gonna roll with that. All right.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna let you get back to your Florida life.
I'm back
As
to
in
Florida life. I'm back
is
to
it
Florida
is it rainy there? It's rainy in California. It's very cold in the Northeast.
It's not raining. It's been cold. It's been chilly. It's warming up.
Okay. Okay.
But it's been chilly for here, but I'm not complaining. There's still sunshine, and
Yeah.
it's sunshine does a lot for the soul. So it's I'll take it.
Cool.
But awesome.
All right.
Great
Awesome,
to see
Jesse.
you, my friend. Thank you for the invite. Hopefully it was a good time, and eventful. So
Yeah, we're gonna get this up, get it rolling.
awesome.
You're now a socially awkward alum.
All right, I'm official. So.